Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. I'm hearing no more masks. It's something about allowing yourself to be you without masking. Okay, if that resonates, it could be something that you felt that you had to hide or mask about yourself. And there's a new level of authenticity that you're getting in touch with. Masking is something that almost everybody does. A lot of people do at some point in their life in order to make other people feel comfortable or to be accepted. Sometimes it's a means of protection, personal protection. Because if there's something about yourself that you know that you would be ridiculed for or mistreated for or discriminated because of, sometimes it's almost a means of survival. Why we mask, you know, that's our reason for masking. But there's something here about you revealing something about yourself. Even if it's just with a certain group of people or within a certain aspect of your life. It could be if you create content, you're 100% yourself when you're creating. Let's say if you have a 9-to-5, there are certain things that you continue to protect and keep private in order to protect your energy around those people, because the people that you work with, you might not feel safe with letting your guard down with them. Okay, but there is an aspect of your life within which you are completely authentic. And that's going to feel really good. For some of you, you've already been doing this, and this is just a congratulations from your spirit team saying you're doing great. You're doing really great. You have spirits that are proud of you for choosing to be you, okay? All right. They said this deck, I don't even know what this is. Oh, my Maruk deck. It gives advice, so I haven't used this in forever, but let's see what's coming through because they're guiding me to it. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through for this beautiful being? Balance all dimensions of your life. So there's something about all aspects of your life being brought into balance, and I feel like this is because of your genuine desire to align with the energy of authenticity. Okay, that's bringing balance into your world. Give yourself credit for how far you've come. You may have been hard on yourself about how much progress you've made, or how much you haven't made, how much you feel you haven't made, you know. There's something about that being subjective, because your spirit team is looking at you like, ha, I can't believe all you've done. Like, it's amazing. They're so proud of you. But you might look at the same progress that your spirit team is in awe of, and you're like, So give yourself credit. Don't fear a blank canvas. Use it to turn your life into a masterpiece. There's something about, oh, so maybe with this sense of authenticity that you're honoring, it feels like starting over again. Or you might be like, because I know, like, there are certain things that I released in my life, but it was like later on in life, and I was tempted to think, you just doing this now? Like, girl, why didn't you do this before? But all is done within divine timing. You're not late, okay? That is a trap of the mind. And what that does, thinking like that, that you're doing something too late, it actually gets you to not value where you are. And so there's this constant like feeling like you're in the wrong place, or you're doing things in the wrong time, or too late, or whatever. And it's never about just enjoying and honoring where you are. That's what divine wants for you, is to honor where you are and to see all of the opportunities that lie right here. I'm hearing at your feet. So there's something about your next steps are very fortunate. There's a lot of power in your next steps that you have access to as far as the changes that you're making in your world. Change your perspective of the people that are around you and keep an open mind. Okay, so let's see what that's bringing through. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, they said the crows. All right, Divine, change your perspective of the people that are around you and keep an open mind. What is this message that's coming through? Okay, so we have a tower here. So there could have been a total breakdown of some sort of relationship or connection regarding a Queen of Swords. Three of Wands here. Page of Cups. Hierophant on the fence. Ace of Swords. So it's true that somebody wants to move forward. All right, what's the current perspective that the Divine Collective has of this being or these beings? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so perhaps you were thinking of giving somebody another chance with the Wheel of Fortune. And what is the divine guidance that's coming through regarding this relationship? The Empress and the Tower. What's at the bottom? Eight of Pentacles. Divine is saying to completely focus on your work. That is what brings balance, because you have the Temperance card here and the Lovers. Okay, so there's something here about, and then the Eight of Cups, Three of Cups. Divine is saying to that the best area of focus in your world at this time is Empress and Eight of Pentacles, so your work. There's something about your relationship with your work and potentially a very close relationship in your life that brings temperance and brings balance. But we have the Eight of Cups when I ask for guidance. Eight of Cups and the Three of Cups. There's something about turning your back on a group, a social group, that perhaps you were going to give another chance to, or I'm hearing like give them another go round with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, with the Hierophant on the fence, the effect that this Three of Cups has on your inner world is a tower. The effect that this Three of Cups, this social group, has on your Empress energy is the Tower. The effect that this Three of Cups social group has on this could be a marriage, an oath that you've taken. Okay, this oath could be a marriage. It could be an oath that you've made to complete your soul's mission here, to do your soul's work. It's something about this Three of Cups energy that is very detrimental to all the good things in your world. But what is it that is so difficult about this Eight of Cups, about turning away from them, Spirit? Is there a challenge here? Why is it challenging? it would require you to pass up an offer, or to maybe feel like you're rejecting someone with the Four of Cups. There could have been something that someone offered you, because there's literally a cup in this crow's face, and they're having to, you know, say, no thank you. So that could feel difficult. That could feel difficult. Something about, like, it almost felt like I was about to say pill. Something about whatever they're offering you in this social group is very toxic. It's not what it seems like. And okay, so the message about embracing your authenticity came through. There's something about where you are in your life at this time. These beings are not going to support your authentic self. So that's a message that's coming through, okay? You would continue to feel like you would need to mask or hide certain aspects of yourself that are so divine and so pure, and that actually help strengthen the true relationship in your life. I was about to say relationships, but there's something about a relationship in your life that brings temperance with the Lovers here. You have temperance energy with a love relationship that is, somebody wants to put it on the rock. Somebody wants to put it, like, they want to make it rocky for you. It's almost as if, like, okay, so let's say there's a group of people around you, and they're like making you feel like your love relationship is outdated, or like it's bad for you. But they're giving you bad advice, because what they're offering you brings a tower to your Empress energy, to your work energy, to your love relationship. But what this love relationship brings is the Temperance. You'll need to know if this is your reading, because, you know, discernment is necessary. But whoever this reading is for, you have a love connection that is so divine and beautiful, and that is in alignment with your soul. But there's a group of, like, gossiping, jealous, envious beings who their goal is to take you away from everything good in your life. And they want you to give them another chance. But Divine is just letting you know, like, what's on the line, if you were to give them another chance, is everything that you love and care about. But there's something that, yeah, this is the Judgment. Judgment would be called if you give them another chance. I'm just relaying the message. 1313 on the timer. Divine, tell us about this Three of Cups. Tell us about this Three of Cups group and what this brings to the collective. Tiptoeing, the cleanse, playa. So there's somebody in this group, or all of the people in this social group of friends, or whoever this is. This could even be like siblings. If it's somebody toxic that's tried to be in your world, but they have been trying not to get caught. They've been doing things behind your back. They're very shady, and they try to do what they do in the shadows, okay? You've cleansed and detoxed them from your energy. You've purified your energy. And whenever you did this, you did notice a difference. Like, you experienced a shift in your energy. It could have been difficult at first, because it was a shock getting these people out of your realm, who they could have been in your world for a while, or there could have been something that you felt that you needed from them, but you made the right choice anyway. But there's somebody here who wants to come back in to play games, seeking options. Somebody wants you on their team to do I'm hearing to scam. They want you on their team to scam people. What about this player energy, Spirit? They want to scam you. Okay. But I keep getting that. Okay, so them getting you on their team would be like them scamming you. Okay. Because whatever it is that they're offering, whether they have mentioned this or not, this is their plan. This is some kind of group that likes to, it could be like a group of Jezebels, okay? But they like to play with people's energy. So the knocked up card came through. So you're very alluring, you're very beautiful, you're very, and the word attractive is coming through because you're easily able to attract people. So there's something about these people want you on their team of Jezebels. They want you to play games with people in order to, yeah, they want you as a key player on their team because they know that you're able to reel them in, I'm hearing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know, this is giving me the vibe of like, you know how a lot of people who like work in the adult film industry and things like that, like when they're in an interview and they're asked, how did you get into the business? It's always something shady. It's never like, well, there were some casting calls and I went to audition and I got the part and here I am. No, it's always like, well, I was dating this person and, you know, they had some connections that I didn't know about and I needed money. You know, it's like, it's almost always, now, I'm not saying in every situation because some people will go on OnlyFans and do their own thing and it's purely their choice, right? I'm not knocking any of it. I'm just saying that the vibe that this is giving is kind of like how a lot of people get reeled into things, and whoever is explaining the details, they never explain it in black and white like this is what it is. It's always some kind of convoluted, well, we kind of do this, but, and then there's spell work involved. I'm getting that, okay? But what this group wants you involved in, it will require you to give up on all of your blessings. And you are coming through as the Emperor. Like, this is why they want you because, okay, yeah, I knew you were beautiful because it came through, okay? And I was saying you're alluring, you're attractive. Obviously, I had forgotten that the Empress had come out. They want you out here doing things that are not on your soul's path to do, for you to do. And I'm not knocking what they do, but it's not for you, okay? It's not for you. And there's something very, I'm not gonna lie, there is something very deceitful about what they do. It's not just about like, okay, if somebody wants an OnlyFans or if somebody wants to do what they do, whatever, but there's something here about deceiving people, using people. It's a very succubus, incubus type of energy here. Drive. Isn't that a song by Incubus? Is that a song by Incubus? Drive? It's a good song, but something about that song might be relevant here. Okay. Dirty money. Dirty money. That's what they want you in on. And you're over here as the Empress, making your money, achieving wealth, nurturing love in the most beautiful way. But they want you out here tiptoeing and getting knocked up and dirty money. I mean, what is this? This is, oh, no. Kinky ways. Yes, these people want you, look, fantasies and fetishes. sexually open, looking to explore. Wow. So no wonder when I asked Divine for the guidance that is coming through for you, yes, Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Whatever they have put in this cup in front of you, Divine says fly away. Fly away. Okay, don't worry about what's in that cup. Leave it alone and go tend to your bountiful cups, because you have beautiful cups. I mean, and the thing about this is that a lot of times people who try to tempt people into this type of energy, a lot of times they'll tempt people who are like at their wits end or very, very much in need. But you're not. It's like the nerve. And anybody can decide what's for them, right? Whether they're in need or they're already very bountiful and abundant. But it's like the nerve where you are already winning. Okay, but there's something here about them wanting you to think that you're not winning, because they want you to be in the Eight of Cups. They want you to turn your back on all of these beautiful cups, which, you know, one could be your love for your work, your love for your creative energy, your love for your children, your love for, you know, it's whatever you have love for, your love in a relationship. They want you to turn your back on that and walk into all of this. Why? So you could go to prison like them, because they're probably in prison too, or going, doing all this stuff. Yeah, they want, oh wow, they want you to walk into a situation with a new boo, but that would bring nothing but the blues. And that's one reason why they are trying to tempt you into this, is because they're scared, they have a lot of heavy emotions, and they have mental distress. They want to put that on you. So this is what I'm getting. This Three of Cups has already been down this road. This is some stuff that they have already been involved in. They have already been doing. They've been breaking the law. That's what I'm hearing. They've been conning people. They have been breaking the law. They have been doing the most. They want to tempt you into that as well, because they already know what's at the end of the road for that. They already know what's at the end of the road for that, which is this, okay? Depression, anxiety. I'm hearing loss of fortune. So whatever it is that you have gained, there would be some kind of loss there, okay? Remember that Judgment came through. Divine says this is what you would have to face. So at least you are equipped with this understanding, this knowledge, and you can make the choice that is best for you. There's something here about them wanting to tempt you with a new boo. Okay, let me get some energy on this. What is this new boo energy? Like, what is, because I want you, oh, I just saw a Tower and the Five of Cups. There could be water sign energy here. New boo. Yeah, so you got the Ten of Cups already, but they want to tempt you with a different kind of Ten of Cups, like a click. It's false. It's a new boo. Huh. Star in reverse. The star came out in reverse. They already know that you're the Empress. They clearly see that you are the star. But what they know is that by attracting you with this new boo, there would be some sort of reversal of your star energy. You're not about to have that. Yeah, you're protected. This is Lord Best coming through. Of the of ancient Egyptian spirituality. Anything else about this new boo? What? Yeah, it's with the Three of Pentacles. It's something about attracting you with some sort of collaboration or some sort of opportunity to make money. I'm hearing, come on in, let's make this money. It would bring the Nine of Swords. But this is also because they're in the Nine of Swords. And so whatever kind of, this is some kind of business or scam they have going, is drowning. They are drowning in this situation. And so they're trying to reel you in to get you involved in this effort that they're making, but it's already up a creek. It's already lost. It's already dead. It's a dead end. Okay? So they're just trying to pull you in as some last resort effort, because they know that this is how they're thinking. Like, if anybody can save this, it's the Divine Collective. They're beautiful. They've got star energy. They're creative. They're talented. They're abundant. They're sexy. They're all of the things, right? So if we con the collective to come in, we can use their energy and save ourselves, knowing damn well that where they would want you, or they'd be completely willing to have you, is stuck here. It's a con. It's like, it's so fake. It's so fake. Let's see what's coming through. I'm gonna pull those from the true crime too. What's coming through here, Spirit, that needs to be known? What does this beautiful being need to know about this situation? They want to distract you, exactly, with some nonsense. With some absolute nonsense. Because that's all they know how to be, is distracted. They don't have focus. Bobby Caldwell. I came back to let you know I got a thing for you and I can't let go. What you won't do for love. So there's obsession here. They want you obsessed over somebody in this Three of Cups, but they're obsessed over you. They're watching. They're watching. They're plotting. Trying to reel you in to a scam. Okay, this is something involving a sibling, or they have tried to harness the energy of a sibling. Something like that. Okay? There's some sort of involvement here with the sibling. Okay, they're saying pull from here for the sibling energy. Lift off, fast action, progression forward. The wait is over. Okay, I'm getting that for some of you, they want to entrap your energy and the energy of a sibling. Okay, or your sibling could be involved in this Three of Cups. You're growing exponentially. And they see that. They want to transfer the wealth that you have put into your world into their scam. Training their child to be a bully or gang stalker. So there's some sort of, there's some person in here who is involved in gang stalking and bullying, and they are training their child to do the same. Afraid of the truths their child might tell. So that's one reason why they have their child gang stalking, because they don't want their child telling the truth about the things that they are involved in, the things that they do. Okay. All right, so sexual healing, that's something that they want to gain from you. Wow. They want to, and you know where I said reject that cup, because pill was coming through. I was just saying, it sounded like I was about to say pill. And so there's something here about guarding your energy and never allowing yourself to be alone in the presence of any of these beings, because it just feels like they are not afraid to break the law. And so there's definitely some sort of energy that they want to siphon from you. So with this card coming through, all of your energy is healing. All the energy that you exude is very healing, and they have their eyes on that. So protect your energy, because these are very wicked people. They're very wicked people. Their mission was to block your progress. They tried with all their might. So that right there is sign enough to know not to give them another chance. Okay. You move with wisdom and intuition. So I really feel like there's no chance in hell that these people are going to be able to get a hold of you. There's a spiritual narcissist in this group. So there's someone in this group who feels like whatever spiritual knowledge they have, it makes them better than everybody else. They may have wanted to go to battle with you regarding something spiritual, or there's something that they said about you behind your back where they were saying, oh, I know more than them. They don't do this the right way. They don't, it's something very petty that doesn't even matter, because what matters is your relationship with the divine, your connection with the divine. And if these people are out here doing all of this stuff, scamming and conning people, they don't have a connection with the divine. So there's nothing that they needed to even try to compete with you regarding spirituality, because they cannot compete where they don't compare. Okay? So this divine being really loves you, and that's the that's your look. That's over here. That's your lover that they want to distract you from. This divine being really, look, really is underlined, loves you. They may have been trying to do spell work in order to 31 on the timer. That's 4 and 4. So regarding this group that wants you to collaborate with them, you are divinely protected. 4 and 4. They may have been trying to do spell work to separate you from your divine lover in order to get you to reel you into some nonsense like this. They wanted you confused and unhappy like them. It's a no. Exactly. Planning to come see you. Okay, well, they can stay right where they are and go even further. Okay, there's a Taurus here. This is fixed energy, so I'm getting the vibe of like there's somebody here in this group that's very stubborn. Okay, this is not a healed Taurus. Also, I'm picking up on the energy of greed. Oh, greed. They know they messed up, so they need to stay where they are and work that out with themselves. Okay, Mercury. Okay, I'm recording this at the time of Mercury retrograde. There's something here about someone thinking that they were going to have it easy as far as getting in touch with you or getting you to, convincing you to give them another chance because of Mercury retrograde. And if you're watching this and it's not the time of Mercury retrograde, there's somehow that this person was tuned into the planetary transits that they thought they were going to reach out to you and have that wheel of fortune that they wanted, where they would be able to connect with you again. Something about that. Okay, like I said, at the time I'm recording this, it's Mercury retrograde, because that's when people typically come back to our memory, to our, you know, we can reflect and heal. But this person, these beings have reached out to you, or maybe they were like incognito, you know, hiding their identity, but somehow they thought that they would have success in reeling you back in because they were timing it based on the planetary transits. Somebody here put the P on a pedestal. Okay, I'm getting that that's what this group does. They try to get people to worship succubus energy so that they can then, you know, because that knocked up card came through, so that they can trick them into getting their money, their wealth. All right, that's their goal, is to tempt people with lust and to reel them in so that a person worships their energy and then is like, oh, what do you want? Take it. You know, if you watch American Gods, Bilquis is that type of vibe. Bilquis. Okay. Somebody was hoping that you'd take a vacation with them, and they were hoping to work you on this vacation, like convincing you to do something, maybe using some sort of substance to convince you to do something, a ritual. They wanted to get you to participate in a ritual where you would always be under their control. That's why it's coming through. Don't allow yourself to be alone with these people. They tried to sacrifice you to save themselves. Yeah. And that's a part of this, because they already know that if they were to reel you in to do any of this stuff, that it would end up very badly. It would not be a situation where you would have all of the bounty that you have now. So Divine is sending this reading through just to remind you that no matter how it is they want you to see your blessings, you are completely blessed. I was about to say deeply blessed. You're blessed on all dimensions, okay? So there's something about what this group has done that they regret, but they don't regret it enough to get out of the mess. I'm hearing they don't know how to do something differently. That's not your responsibility though, okay? There's a couple involved here, and they are both in the shadows. Listen, there might be something here like they want you to think that only one partner is working in the shadow. No, they're both demented, delusional, and evil. Okay? Also, this could be a couple here where they like put each other out there. Like, let's say, for example, if this wife here were telling somebody else, like, oh, he's a great guy, you know, don't you like him? He's so good looking. He's so sexy. Like, wanting other people to be interested in her husband, or him doing the same with potential partners, trying to put her out there to other partners. It's something, but they do this as a part of their scam. Okay, there could have been a faked death here somehow. All right. Somebody could have lied about the status of someone's health or of someone's life. They may have said that someone had passed when they had not. Okay, there's something here about the mountains. Okay. But also, these people see your energy as an obstacle because they were hoping it would be so easy to capture you. I'm hearing capture. These people are not okay. They're not okay. I don't even want to show this, but it's like definitely there's someone in this group who is not afraid to, or they have already ended a person's time here on this earth. Okay, they've done that. They are guilty of that. Yes, they have done that. Okay, this could be people in your neighborhood, and it came out on the side. So these are people who tried to present themselves as happy, healthy, hearty, lovely, but they're not. They're not. Also, the numbers 101 and 102 might be significant. Also, that's 2 and 3. 2s and 3s could be significant. Yep, they're full of lies. Okay, and once again, this is another card that indicates that someone has brought someone's time here on this earth to an end. Yep, that keeps coming out. Okay, that keeps coming out. So look, if there's somebody from this group that you don't see for a long time or hear something about them, they very well might be doing time. Okay? Yeah, there's been abuse and neglect here. Somebody has kept someone in there, like they've captured them. I keep getting that word, like capture. Also capture like a photo, taking photos. There could be illegal photos that people have taken in order to make money off of people without their consent. This is a part of organized crime. Also, there could be something here about an intergenerational family cult system. I'm getting the vibe of that. People who grow up in a cult, all right, and are trained to do things that no human being should ever have to do, okay? Yeah. Life is precious, but people in this system, in this cult, do not believe that. They don't believe that life is precious. So there were like, and that never happens. I use this deck every once in a while in my readings, and I usually show all the cards, but like all the cards that I wouldn't want to show came out. So what Divine is reiterating with this reading is that these people have worked really hard to try to reel you in, but every time you have said no to them, or every time you have blocked them from your energy, you have done yourself and everyone that you love a divine favor, okay? Judgment has already been called. As long as you continue to keep these people out of your energy, to the best of your ability, you are, it's like by doing that, you're speaking blessings, you're inviting blessings throughout your entire life, okay? If they present some sort of what appears to be an opportunity, but it's actually just another go round with their energy, so this would be like, you know, going out and hanging out together, or going to spend time together, going on vacation with them, or having them come on vacation with you, or something like that, that is opening the door to their corrupt vibes. And Spirit really doesn't want you to do that, okay? A message is coming through that the archangels, the angels, your spirit allies, your ancestors are working with you to shield you and those that you love from their energy. All that they need is your cooperation with that. So in other words, you know, don't call them up and be like, hey, let's chat. You know, like if they come to you or something like that, just stand your ground. But there's no need to fear them. It's just, you would know when you're opening up to them. And you don't ever have to feel like there's something that you owe them, because that's what they want you to feel. But clearly you don't. Okay? That's very clear. All right. I'm going to close with these cards. Oh, well, I'll pull one of these too. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through? Yes. Oh, I love that. This is full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches a resolution. Ashe, we love that. Yeah, so Divine is handling this. They said all we need is your cooperation. Continue to direct your energy towards what you are guided to, like your creative energy, your abundance, your love. Okay, learning about yourself, learning about the people that you love. You know, I see you studying the astro charts of the people in your life that you love. Something about that, like learning about the people that you love on a deeper level, connecting with them, doing fun things with them, right? Because a lot of this, and let's cleanse this energy, a lot of this energy was just so dark and demented and evil and wicked, and leave that in the past, because it's not coming with you in your future. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, the water connection. Connection is coming through. Also, so this is just confirmation of your intuitive gifts, that anything that you need to abstain from or move away from, as far as like shifting your energy, you're going to know. 4444 on the timer. You're going to know, beautiful being, because you are so intuitive and divinely guided. You have everything that you need. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I'm so grateful that you allow them to come through me. And thank you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in. I am so grateful that you did. I'm also grateful for your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your donations. I'm always trying to remember everything with that. Every bit of energy that you send to Bless and her dreams, I am so grateful. Thank you. And also, I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.